edition of Jeffrey Show Live. See, I'm your host, Jeffrey Taylor. And on tonight's edition of Jeffrey Show Live, this is the 11/6/18, the A Show SmackDown Live recap. Just in case you want to join the forum and talk about it, like this video, comment down so we can engage and have a good old conversation about SmackDown Live here tonight. And don't forget, if you're new, subscribe to this YouTube channel. Without further ado, I don't want to waste you guys' time. Let's get right into the show. The show kicked off with Paige, hometown hero. This is still my house. And we have the World Cup winner, Shane McMahon. Now, I don't know what's going on with Shane McMahon because there's a lot of animosity towards Shane McMahon in this video right now, because at first it was like he was gloating originally, like he deserved it. And then he kind of took the mic stand and was kind of like, no, this is for all of us. It was just annoying. Shane McMahon, go away. Like, and I hate to say that because we all know that Shane McMahon got into that accident, but Shane, I know you only got one life, so you're living it to the fullest, and you rich, and you got kids that's watching you wrestle, but I'm not with it. I'm not. Like, the crowd wasn't with it. The crowd basically turned Shane McMahon heel, and Shane was kind of like, not today. I'm still a babyface. Like, not today. Back in 99, Shane would have been quick to go heel, but Shane was kind of like, no, I'm too old for it. I'm not my father. I'm about to be a babyface. The promo continued when Shane McMahon announced the Survivor Series captain, which was Daniel Bryan. I don't understand why Daniel Bryan was considered a captain, seeing that he lost the new championship matchup, and he also refused to go to Crown Jewel. Doesn't seem like much of a team player to me, but I am not the one to gossip or to judge. Miz comes out limping, and I seriously thought The Miz was injured from WWE Crown Jewel. So I was legit concerned, you guys. The Miz came out and stated his case, and I was fully agreement of it, and similar to Shane McMahon, who granted The Miz rightful team captain, but alongside Daniel Bryan. This makes for an excellent storyline heading into the pay-per-view, seeing their history and to continue their involvement. Paige was just kind of there, but eventually Paige will have a role later on the show, and I'll just say that. The show moved on with our first match of the evening. We had the New Day versus the USOS, and the winner of this match will be the captains of the SmackDown Tag Team Survivor Series elimination match. Boy, that's a lot of talking right there. This match was match of the night. And that says a lot because we had 4 matches this evening, and all of them were stacked for the Manchester, UK arena. But the Usos, and the Usos and the New Day definitely deliver. And one of the highlights of this matchup for me was Kofi Kingston. All around, Kofi Kingston kind of did this electric slide, ropes and everything that was really, really fun to watch and entertaining. And then Big E just closed armed his opponent. And then we had Kofi Kingston that did the trust fall on the outside, which was just excellent. Beautiful Kofi Kingston, magnificent. And the rightful men won this matchup, the Usos. The Usos have been on a roll lately. WWE are definitely building the Usos for something similar to Elias on Raw. I just don't know what. After the matchup, the Usos showed a sign of respect to the New Day and invited them onto the Survivor Series SmackDown team, rightfully so, and it was just beautiful. It was just unity all together. I loved it. The show moved along with Becky Lynch having some words for Ronda Rousey. They're going back and forth, and I love it. It kind of reminds you of that trash-talking UFC boxing feel directly to a camera in front of an arena. Now, Ronda Rousey has some choice words saying she's the baddest bitch on the planet, saying that just because Becky Lynch is saying, I am the man. Becky Lynch has some choice words, and honestly, she don't want to talk any longer. She wants to show what she can do, and she wants to have a fight. Becky Lynch, to the surprise, it was a debut that we've all, and I mean we all been waiting for this one. We had Nikki Cross from Sanity come out. Whoo! this match was really, really good. Nikki Cross unorthodox offense was really displayed and put on mainstream for the masses. Now, Nikki Cross has been doing an excellent job in NXT, and she's always been great in NXT as an addition. Therefore, it's the first ever last woman standing matchup in the WWE. Nikki Cross ended up becoming a little shortcoming and losing the match to Becky Lynch via submission. Nevertheless, this was a great matchup. Shouts to Nikki Cross, and I hope that she's permanent on the roster. And it was definitely a highlight moment in Manchester, UK, seeing that they don't get shows year-round like the States. Moving along in the show, we had a dream match. Rey Mysterio versus Andrade, Cien, Almas, and unfortunately, Zelina was not at ringside. This match wasn't bad. This match was really good, really solid. They had some really great highlight moments. Andrade did his thing, being the younger of the two. Rey Mysterio kept up as much as possible, and I feel like if it was on pay-per-view, they would have gave us a lot more. But since it was TV, they gave us just enough, and was kind of like, y'all been waiting for this. This is what it's going to be, and there's so much more to look forward to in the future. I'm excited to see future matches from both athletes, and hopefully some storyline implemented in there as well. But for their first context head-to-head, it was everything that I wanted, and there's so much growth that can happen after both men fill each other out leading into the future. And hopefully Zelina will be involved as well. But honestly, having Zelina not there, it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. Rey Mysterio got the clean win, and I saw some people on the internet saying that they disliked it. Rey Mysterio's back at WWE, guys, and he's full time at that. Shut your freaking mouth and be happy. Moving along in the show, we got AJ Styles that built up the promo for Brock Lesnar. I cannot wait for AJ Styles versus Brock Lesnar 2. That was genius for whoever thought of this. In addition to that, in the show, we had Paige that announced the SmackDown Live Women's Survivor Series team that featured Naomi. Love her outfit. I'm feeling the glow still a few years later. Carmella was the first announced, like the dance break. You know what they want and they don't know what is up. Good picks. We had Asuka, who was a sole survivor the previous year for Raw, getting a big victory, having 3 big eliminations. That was a good call. And then it went all downhill when she invited Sonya Deville on the team. Luckily, we had Mandy Rose come out when Paige announced that Charlotte will be the 5th and final member. Mandy Rose definitely shot on all the women in the ring, rightfully so, and she got a pop. I'm so happy for Mandy Rose. It's my time! It's my time! I'm so glad, but I don't understand this pity for Sonya Deville. I just don't like her, to be honest, and I'm a huge Mandy Rose fan. So shout out to Mandy Rose for getting her moment. Now, there's no determined 5th member of the SmackDown Women's Survivor Series team yet, seeing that Charlotte is recovering from surgery and Mandy Rose is not officially as according to WWE. So we're going to look at that for you guys. Hopefully the right person gets into the match, even though the Iconics would have been an iconic choice as well. Moving along to the main event. We had Daniel Bryan and The Miz going at it all throughout the night, and finally the final member of Team SmackDown after they added Shane McMahon on for some strange reason over Randy Orton, who Randy Orton RKO'd Rey Mysterio after he got the big win out of nowhere. So you can definitely see a future program between those two legends that will culminate at Survivor Series with Randy Orton probably screwing Rey Mysterio and getting him eliminated. But Daniel Bryan and The Miz both added Rey Mysterio to the team, and now this matchup between Samoa Joe and Jeff Hardy will be the final spot. Cool match, nothing special. Main event, they had limited time. Samoa Joe did his thing. Jeff Hardy is like a broken down man in the ring in my opinion, but he can still go a little bit. He can still go. Joe ultimately got the win after hearing Daniel Bryan and Miz go back and forth on commentary, which was very entertaining, I may add. Joe choked him out and secured his spot, but the real story of this is when Joe taunted Daniel Bryan at the commentary thing, and honestly Daniel Bryan lost it. He went off on The Miz, Samoa Joe, and finally threw Shane McMahon like a rag doll. I loved it, and I can't wait to see how SmackDown team implodes and get a huge victory this year at Survivor Series, because that's what's going to happen. But Raw team doesn't seem secure either. It seems like they're going to have some problems too with Drew and Braun Strowman and the rest of them. So both teams seem to be not cohesive at all, which should make for a very entertaining Survivor Series. Let me guys know what you guys thought about WWE SmackDown Live. I felt like it was an excellent show. Honestly, 5 stars to be honest. Like this video, comment this video, and don't forget to subscribe. And I'm going to catch you guys later on an exciting edition of Jeffrey Show Live.